You really do hear the frustration, the cynicism, and the disempowerment that many of them feel. The number one issue for black voters, second only to COVID-19 and more recently second to inflation, is racism and discrimination. Republicans have really engaged in this culture war battle aggressively. Democrats have not figured out how to respond to racism as a strategy.
You know, Democrats really are facing a crisis of confidence with this emerging electorate that propelled them to victory. 25 million more voters in 2018 and 2020 that voted for Democrats that hadn't voted in previous elections. And in our focus groups and polls, we are beginning to see a drop in morale, a drop in enthusiasm from that emerging electorate of younger voters and voters of color.
Joe Biden put together a coalition that was very different than the Clinton coalition, the Obama coalition, and frankly, Democrats are going to need a different coalition in 2022 than the coalition that propelled Joe Biden to victory. Joe Biden won with just 79% of black men's votes. Joe Biden won with just 83% of black votes. That's not going to be enough for Raphael Warnock, for Stacey Abrams, because Joe Biden was able to surge white seniors. He was able to do better amongst white men. Well, frankly, I don't think Raphael Warnock is going to do better than Scranton Joe with white seniors. This is the part where this cycle is a bit unprecedented, because so many of the voters that will be participating this time were surge voters that were activated post-2016, that anti-MAGA, anti-Trump surge that was activated after he was elected in 2016, well, they're not being captured in a likely voter universe. Growing is a multiracial, multicultural coalition. What is growing are young voters. You know, Gen Z and millennials became the biggest voting bloc in the nation in 2020, but they're also the least likely voters. Those are the voters that Democrats now need to convince to turn out again, and they don't do that by making promises about what they will do over the next 2 years. They do that by telling voters what the progress that they have made in the last 2 years.